Have you ever encountered a story that just stays with you long after it's over? That's Rabindranath Tagore's 1939 dance drama, Shyama. It's an absolutely devastating exploration of love, sacrifice, and the consequences that ripple out from a single choice. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and see exactly what makes this masterpiece tick. Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll get into the story itself, and wow, is it a tragedy? Then, we'll look at the central conflict that drives everything. After that, we'll explore the real magic, how Tagore uses music and dance to tell this incredible story. And finally, we'll talk about why it's still so powerful today.
All right, let's start with the heart of it all, the story. And believe me, it's a whirlwind. Things happen so fast, and one single decision, one moment of passion, just unravels everything.
So, picture this. A foreign merchant, Bajra Sen, is just going about his business when suddenly he's accused of stealing a priceless royal jewel. He's completely innocent, but that doesn't matter. The guards grab him, throw him in prison, and he's facing execution. A total nightmare. Now, watching this whole chaotic scene is Shyama, the star dancer of the court. The second she lays eyes on Bajra Sen, she's just completely, utterly captivated. It's love at first sight, but it's a desperate kind of love. She makes this public, passionate plea. Someone, please save this innocent man. And guess what? Someone does answer. A young guy named Utio. Now, Utio has been in love with Shyama from afar for, well, forever. He sees his chance to finally make her happy. And he does the unthinkable. He makes the ultimate sacrifice. He goes to the authorities and confesses to the crime himself, a crime he didn't commit. They execute him, and just like that, Bajra Sen is a free man. So Bajra Sen is free, and he and Shyama escape together on a boat. You'd think this is their happily ever after moment, right? Wrong. The bliss lasts for maybe a few minutes before Bajra Sen asks the obvious question, how did you get me out? And when he learns the truth, that his freedom, their love, was paid for with the life of an innocent man, everything shatters. And that horrifying revelation, that's the explosion that sets off the real drama. This isn't just a story about escape anymore. It's about an impossible internal conflict, a war between love and guilt that's going to tear our characters apart. Yeah, everything in the story from this point on hinges on this one terrible dilemma. For Bajra Sen, it's this brutal clash between his own moral code, his sense of what's right and just, and this powerful, all-consuming love he feels for Shyama. I mean, he is literally at war with himself. On one side, you have this deep, genuine attraction. He wants to pull her close, to embrace the woman he loves. But on the other side, pure revulsion. He looks at her and all he can see is the sin, the innocent blood that was spilled for their happiness. It's a debt that can never, ever be repaid. And let's not forget Shyama. Her tragedy is just devastating. Think about it. She helps orchestrate this terrible sin to get the one thing she wants in the entire world, Bajra Sen's love. And she gets it, but she's denied the right to enjoy it for even a single second. There's no consolation prize for her, no small victory. It's just absolute, unending sorrow. So how in the world does Tagore make an audience feel this gut-wrenching turmoil? I mean, this is heavy stuff. Well, a huge part of the magic is in the music. You know, what's really cool about the music in Shyama is that it's not about quantity. There aren't tons and tons of songs. Instead, Tagore uses just a handful of compositions, but each one is absolutely packed with emotion. And he does this by carefully selecting the right raga, that's the melodic framework in Indian classical music, to create a very, very specific mood for each scene. And he takes it a step further. It's not just about the raga, it's about pairing it with the right tempo, or laya. So check this out. For a scene where Shyama is pleading and full of longing, he uses a raga like Behag and slows it way down. But for the panic and urgency of the arrest, he picks a totally different raga and speeds it way up. And for that final, explosive scene of rage and rejection, he unleashes this stormy raga called Deshmalar at a breakneck pace. It's basically a masterclass in emotional engineering through music. Okay, so music is one piece of the puzzle. The other, working in perfect harmony with it, is the dance. And Tagore uses dance in such a brilliant way here. It's not just pretty movement. It's a tool to define who these characters are at their very core. Let's start with Shyama herself. I mean, she is a dancer, so her entire being is expressed through movement. Her style is drawn from Manipuri dance, which is known for being incredibly fluid, graceful, and gentle. Her dance is her personality. Then you have Bajra Sen. He's this strong, powerful guy, but he's also completely torn apart inside. So how do you show that? Tagore brilliantly fuses two styles. He uses the powerful rhythmic footwork of Bharatanatyam to show his strength and combines it with the super dramatic facial expressions and storytelling of Kathakali to show that inner war. And of course, we can't forget Utyo, the young man who makes that selfless sacrifice. His character is embodied by classical Kathak, a style famous for its technical precision and its pure storytelling. His movements are as clear and idealistic as his actions. But what's absolutely wild is how many other styles Tagore weaves into this. It's like a global assembly of dance. The prison guards move with the drama of Kathakali. Shyama's friends are doing the Garba from Gujarat. He even pulls in Kandyan dance from Sri Lanka and gestures from Baul folk singers. It creates this rich, incredible tapestry of movement that's just stunning to watch. Okay, let's bring it all home. After more than 80 years, why does Shyama still hit so hard? Why does it feel so modern, so devastating? Well, for one, the story has been around for a long, long time. Its origins are in ancient Buddhist literature. Tagore actually adapted it into a poem first called Parishod, but it kept working on it, refining it, stripping it down to its most essential, raw, emotional core, until it became the powerhouse dance drama we know today.
When you boil it all down, it comes down to three things. The genius of Shyama is how these three elements work together in perfect, tragic harmony. You've got this timeless, gut-wrenching story. You've got music that is scientifically designed to make you feel things, and you have dance that tells you more about the characters than words ever could.
The biggest takeaway here is just how raw and unflinching Tagore's vision is. This isn't some fairy tale romance. It's a brutal look at human nature, where the lines between love, sin, and justice just completely blur. It forces us to see that actions, even those born from the purest love, can lead to consequences so awful that there is no way back. No forgiveness, no consolation. Just the fallout.
And all of that leaves us with the question that hangs in the air long after the story ends. It's a question that haunts Bajra Sen and Shyama, a question they can never answer. And it's the question Tagore leaves for all of us to wrestle with. Can a sin committed for love ever truly be forgiven?